Hey guys, what is up? It is RP FIFA here, bringing you guys a new video, and today we are going with my MLS Fantasy My Team. So I'm going to be uploading hopefully every week my new transfers and my MLS Fantasy My Team, and hopefully I can do well and you guys can stick around and I'll show you guys my picks for the first game week. So I already picked the goalkeeper, the defensive players, and my subs. I'm already showing you guys off the bat as they're just kind of not really they're important, but there's many options you guys can choose from, but I think you guys really are here for the midfielders and forwards. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about them though, but starting off in goal, I'm going to talk about Andre Blake. He got 10 clean sheets last year, which is actually pretty good. He's playing Toronto first week, so hopefully he can bag a clean sheet. Then we're moving on to Dave Romney from LA Galaxy, the cheapest option, who's probably going to start after playing 28 games last year. Would not be surprised. So for 4.5, he's a really good player. Then looking at Nohu Tolo from Seattle Sounders, the Cameroonian international, plays outside back. Did not score any goals or got an assist last year, but he was starting last year, and I think if you want a player from the Sounders that plays defense, he's definitely a good option as he's the cheapest one that's going to start. And then looking at Tommy Smith from Colorado Rapids, I believe he got 4 goals and 3 assists last year, which is really good. He does play for the Rapids, though, which is a little bit of a downfall, but, I mean, that upside of 4 goals and 3 assists is really looking good, especially for only the price tag of $5 million. He's definitely a good option. Now looking into my midfield players, I'm going with Diego Fagundes from the New England Revolution. For $8 million, he's probably the best player you can get. I mean, this guy had 9 goals, 10 assists last year. He's kind of a must-have in all teams. If you don't want him for 7.5, you can get a couple good options with Roland Lamah and Michael Barrios from FC Dallas. Lamah plays for, I believe, Cincinnati now. He got traded in the draft, so they're not bad options as well. But I think Fagundes for me is going to be a starter for New England. He's going to bag goals. He's been in the MLS for a while. He's proven he can score goals. He's proven he can get assists. So we'll see what happens. Now looking at our second player, we're looking at Johnny Russell. I don't know if this guy needs much introduction, but plays for Sporting Kansas, as you guys know. And this guy, 10 goals, 10 assists last year after coming from Derby County. I mean, this guy's an animal. He can score goals, hard worker, great player, so he's definitely my option for $9 million. And then my other option, who I'm still on the border of, is Federico Higuain. This guy only got 8 goals and 7 assists, like I always say only, but for $9 million, it's a bit much. So I might be going with the 7.5 picks and mixing my defense up a little bit, maybe throwing in a more expensive defender, but I definitely hate spending a lot on my defense. I just don't think it's really worth it, as you're really not going to score a lot of points through their defense, so all you're really looking for is clean sheets. So you're looking for that really cheap player on that team that gets a lot of clean sheets, like I'm trying to do today. So Pipa Higuain, not bad. He's a good player for $9 million. I'm gonna stick with him, see how it rolls, and then after next week, if he disappoints me one week, he's out the door. So now looking at my last player is my favorite player in MLS for $8 million. Not a bad player, Lee Win. He only had 3 goals and 5 assists last year, but you guys have to remember he joined late towards the end of the beginning of the season, if that makes sense. I think it was probably 7 games in, 8 games in he joined, so it took him a little bit to get his footing, but Bob Bradley loves this guy, and they just sold Benny Feilhaber, so do not be surprised if Lee Win sparks this year, especially after looking at his production from previous seasons. He's definitely proven that he can score a lot of goals in MLS. So now looking at the front three, which is where most of the money is spent. Looking at Alberth Ellis, the man from Honduras, I think he plays for, and he plays for Houston Dynamo. Got 11 goals and 9 assists last year. This guy is an animal up top. He can score loads of goals for you. So be ready. This year he's going to break out, and he's just going to score a lot. I believe it. And I think he's going to make that move to Europe, hopefully, by the end of the season. Another player is a proven goal scorer in MLS, and that is Nikolic. Nikolic plays for Chicago Fire. He's a good player. He scored 24 goals 2 seasons ago. Not this season, the one before. He only scored 15 last year, and he also got 2 assists, I believe. So he's definitely a good player, Nikolic. They just signed CJ Sapong over there at Chicago, so I don't know how they're looking. But I think that Chicago Fire, Nikolic should start. I would be very surprised if he didn't. And I would also be very surprised if he didn't bag at least 15 this year again. Now looking at our last player, the Beast in MLS. Probably one of the best players to play in MLS after scoring, I think it was 35 goals last season. 35 goals and 6 assists last season. Josef Martinez. Josef Martinez won the MVP, the Golden Boot. He's pretty much going to score every game week. Let's be honest here. This guy just can do it all. Sorry, Ibra. You're not getting the nod. Not this week. Maybe in a couple weeks I'll see what happens with Joseph. But right now I'm picking with Joseph. I'm sticking with Joseph. And he's going to be my captain as well. Joseph Martinez. Let's give me some fantasy points. Now looking at my subs, I got Mario Vega, the new signing for San Jose Earthquakes. Not a bad player. I heard he might be a starter, so we'll see what happens there. And then looking at another player who is going to start, Salinas from San Jose Earthquakes. I try to pick bench players who are cheap but a possibility of starting. This way, if something happens with my lineup and one player doesn't play, they sub in so I can get a few points. But I don't like to spend a lot of money on the bench. I just think it's a waste as well. So then looking at my other sub, it's Graham Smith from SKC. He played a little bit last year. He probably won't play much this year, so he was just kind of like the cheap option as I didn't really have much budget, as I was trying to budget for Joseph in the front three up top. And then Chikori Hayes Chikori Hayes from FC Dallas. Played a couple games last year. Scored versus the Revs, actually. I remember that game. Wasn't very happy, but he's a good player. Good little player. Could play, could start. Never know what could happen with FC Dallas this year. So, guys, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like, and always remember to subscribe. Peace out.